I am working in this domain since 2015, and I have been part of multiple projects related to SAP Ariba. My experience is a little different. I started as a functional user, then went to support projects, then functional consultant. Right now, in between functional and technical consultant, working independently right now. Uh, we have office in US, but not in India. So all that team is working remotely. So we are like outsourced consultants, basically. Yeah, our team is in US and Europe, and some people sit in India. We are working like that. Currently working for Tetra Pak project. It's a European company. So right now we have been able to Ariba for them. Um, so what we will be trying to teach you in Ariba is it's a complete picture, like how to work on Ariba, like as a whole.
So you are going to starting from the scratch, right? From the basics, right?
Yes, exactly, Scott. So I'll give you an overview what we are going to do. You would have the syllabus definitely, but have a look at this. That will really help you. So Ariba is not like Dynamics. Okay, Dynamics is a tool provided from Microsoft. The architecture is different. Ariba is based on CXML. It's an online tool, and it is a part of SAP. So the architecture and the working methodology is a little different. Okay, it works best with SAP. And you know that SAP, the ERP right now is having 80% of the market. So it's a very good tool in that matter. So if you say SAP Ariba, we have modules. It's divided into different modules. One is called SLP. SLP means Supplier Lifecycle Performance. We have another module called as Sourcing. We have one more module which is called as Contract. And there is one more module which is called as Buying Invoicing, also called as Procurement. Okay, now apart from that, we have one module called as CIG. Not a module, it's a integration methodology. There you can integrate SAP Ariba with other different ERPs. Alright. So we can use CIG for that. Fine. So we have it's like substream. So basically further if you want to divide it, so Ariba is divided into like this, that we have something called as upstream. It's what calls it upstream. Upstream has three modules: SLP, Sourcing, Contract, and then this is called as downstream. And in downstream you have module called as Buying Invoicing. Okay, that's downstream. And if you want to connect both, or if you want to connect SAP with anything else, you have to use CIG's Cloud Integration Gateway. All of the modules, they are integrated with SAP. It can be SAP ECC or SAP S4HANA. Right now, S4HANA is the latest one. So majorly you will see that SAP with Ariba will be integrated with either ECC or either with HANA. So that is why if you have a knowledge, it will be very helpful for you to understand the complete picture. If you don't have, no problem, I have the access. So I'll show SAP HANA also to you so that you can see. Fine. So, sir, do you know anything about supplier lifecycle performance? I know the module would be new, but have you performed any supplier related activity like registry or
For
supplier?
purchasing.
Purchasing is the last step.
And
Purchasing is the last step. You buy from a supplier. Buy a supplier activity. I want to tell you like registering a supplier or onboarding a supplier on your platform or do some negotiation with the supplier, something like that. If I tell you the business life cycle, it's very simple. I'm talking about a generic business life cycle, which is completely supported by Ariba. Okay. So to talk about business life cycle, the first step of the business is to have a requirement. You will need something. Yes, no. You want something. Laptop, mobile, purse, a resource, a car, a bike. Right? You need a requirement. Based on your requirement, you will try to reach out to any supplier. You need to find a supplier who provides you this item. Yes, no. Yes. Hello.
yes, I said, yeah.
So based on requirement, you'll go to a supplier. When you go to the supplier, then what you do? You ask for the negotiation price. Yes,
For
you give your price.
quotations.
Quotation is the generic term, but I'm talking about very layman terms. It's negotiation. Ask you
Yeah.
for quotation, he gives you the quotation, you do the negotiation. That's the process. After negotiation, you do a contract with them. Usually, that whatever we did is final. Now, no further negotiations, right? Right. After contract, then you raise the PR, which you say PR or PO, purchase order. That means we are placing an order. Now, this PR means PO, PR, everything. All right. I'm just giving it a generic statement. Here is a PO. when we give the PO to that particular supplier, he gives us the material, right? Material delivery he does. And once you deliver the material, he gives you the invoice and then you pay them. Correct? This is what happens.
Yes, correct.
Broader aspects of the life cycle. So if you talk about this supplier requirement and registration, this is taken care of by SLP. If we talk about these two things, this is taken care by SLP, the first module. If you talk about negotiation, this is handled by sourcing module. Sourcing can handle it easily. The second one, this one. If you talk about contract, there is a separate contract module itself. And this is purchase order, material delivery, invoice payment. All this is taken care by buying invoicing. And to integrate everything together, you have CIG. This much is clear.
Yes.
The main reason we use Ariba is we don't want to go outside of the tool. Everything is provided in Ariba. So everything is digital and everything is processed in the same manner. Let me give you a small scenario. Let's say you are a supplier, I place an order for you. What is the mode through which I can place order? How can I contact you? Let's say you have opened a shop or you opened a website. I'm placing an order for you. I want to get laptop from you. How do I send the purchase? What is the mode of sending?
By email?
By email? Yes. How will you send me the invoice?
Online. To online, or we can contact the person.
Basically email is a good method. I'll send you an email with the PO. What will you do? You will give me the material and you will give confirmation on the email. And later on, you will send the invoice also on the mail. That is what happens. So,
Yeah.
usual business. What is the biggest challenge in this? Why can't we scale it? Why to use a tool?
We cannot see whether the supplier is a genuine or not, first of all.
No, he's a genuine supplier. You have the email address of the supplier. He's a genuine supplier. Okay. Means think of it like don't think in a technical term. Think in a generic term. You are a supplier. Mallikarjun is a supplier and Mahbub is a supplier. I'm the buyer. I want to buy laptop from you. I bought 5 laptops from Mallikarjun and 10 laptops from Mahbub. 15 laptops are bought. I placed the purchase order and means placing what? I sent the purchase order on the mail. In the mail, you said, okay, fine, I will send it to you. And later on, you send me the invoices. Okay? You do that. What is the biggest problem I will face later on?
So whether the vendor is certified.
Okay, that is one thing, whether vendor is approved or not. Major problem which we will face is, which I want to tell you is, tracking is very difficult.
Yeah.
Tracking what? Data maintenance is very difficult. Example, I placed the order today, 11 July. Okay? It can happen that, this is also true that Mallikarjun is not doing business only with me. He's doing business with multiple people. He might miss my email. Can happen. Right? Now, if he misses my email, I don't have a mechanism where I have to, like it depends on my memory. If I don't have the tool, I'm dependent on my memory. Like I have sent the mail and I forgot it. What will happen? After 3 months, when I really want the laptop, I will ask, where is the laptop? Now I will check the mail, whether Mallikarjun had replied or not. Now you said that I missed it. I'm sorry. Now who is to blame? This is what happens, right? Or it can happen that you have sent me the laptop and you have sent me the invoice also, but I forgot to pay. Now there is no mechanism. I missed the mail and you also forgot. After 6 months, you remembered, oh, that 10 laptops payment is delayed. I have not received the payment. Then you will call me or send me email. Then I will remember, okay, fine. I missed the payment. This is a normal scenario which happens in business. Yes, sir.
Yes. Generally, yes.
What happens, right? Mahbub, agree with this? Mahbub, we are on road. Yeah, do you agree with this thing? This happens? Happens, na? Huh. So how do we resolve it? We resolve it by doing one simple thing. I will have my supplier on Ariba, okay, and I will have my buyer also on Ariba. Now both come on the same tool, and I will send all the documents through the Ariba network, also called as business network. So whatever PO I will send, I will present through Ariba. You will also get the email. You will also get the PO on your own Ariba. You will send me the invoice from Ariba. I will get it on my Ariba. So now tracking is easy because if there is any pending PO, I can see in my tool. If there is any pending invoice, I can see in my tool. It's easy. Yes, no.
Yes, sir.
Because if you are resolving tickets, like if you say you're resolving tickets, resolving ticket is easy because in your tool you can see how many tickets are having SLMS, how many tickets are having priority. You can see all these things now if you have a tool. But if you don't have a tool, you're dependent on email, then there is a problem because you have to search the email and emails will get deleted after some time. Lots of problems, right?
Yes.
So the first thing to do business is what I told you is supplier has to be on Ariba, buyer also has to be on the same platform. Okay. It's like Amazon. If you want to sell something on Amazon, you also have to be on Amazon too. You have to
Mm.
register yourself. Yes. Same logic. So this is the buyer screen which I have taken. This is the buyer Ariba. Correct. This is my Ariba tool. And I have to invite the supplier on the Ariba platform. See, supplier cannot create an account himself. I have to send invitation. Buyer has to invite the supplier. Only then he can create account. Okay. Let me send you an invite and show how it's done. So create supplier request. So what will happen? Let's say I found a supplier. So I will call him or maybe send an email that I want to onboard you on the Ariba platform so that we can do the business through the same tool. So I want a few details. I will take a few details like the name, like Malikarjun, sales. That's the name. This will be the contact name, and this is the last name. Simple. Okay. I need an email address for registration. Can you share it?
Yes, sir. I'm sending.
Send on the chat. Right. The country, street, and all. So let's give a street. Tell me any street name.
Pravitina. Okay, yeah, I will ping.
No, no, just tell me. Main thing is city. City,
Hyderabad.
postal code,
50099090. Yeah.
country, India, Hyderabad. Okay, Hyderabad is in Telangana. Now this commodity and all I can give myself. Like what commodity you deal in. Let's say all commodities, region, all region, and department is all. So depends on you what region your supplier is servicing. You can do that. I will say local business. And there's no yes, you have no policy and submit. So when I submit it, it will say, see, your request has been submitted. You can see this submitted request. Name is Malikarjun Sales. Where will I see that what request I have sent? I have to come to supplier management. And in this supplier management, I can see Malikarjun Sales. See, in approval. See, what happens is when I create this request, it has to be approved by someone because it may happen that I've given wrong email, wrong address, wrong name. Someone has to see. I'm the approver also. I can just click on approve. It gets approved. This much is clear? Clear or not clear?
Yes, sir. Yes, clear.
Clear now for everyone. Babu is gone. Okay. Ravi is there. Okay, Ravi. Okay. So this is registration status. Fine. Not invited. Means I've just created your profile. So what all is created? Your SM ID is created, ERP ID is created, AN ID is not available, ACM ID is created. Why AN ID is not available? Because you are not on the Ariba network as of now. I've just created your profile, but you are not registered. When you will register yourself, then your AN ID will be generated. Okay.
Oh, okay.
Okay. So how do I send invite to you? I have to come to registration and I can send an invite. When I send an invite, it will ask you whether this email is correct. This email is correct. Is this correct email?
1 minute.
This is the email which you gave me.
Yes, sir. Correct on.
Correct. Na? So I'll click on send. So when I click on send, Ariba will send a registration invitation to you. See, invite in progress. See, invitation sent in registration. See, so you would have received one email.
Not yet. I think. Yeah, I got
Yes.
invite.
Until now, you have any doubt? Until this place?
Yeah, I have shared
That
my.
what we did. That's what we did. We created a invite, right? Let's say we found a supplier called Mallikarjun. You're a good supplier. You are selling laptops at a good price. So what I'll do, I'll send you an invite. But how do I send an invite? First, I need to create a supply request. For request, I will take basic detail, your name, email address, and your normal address. That's it. Once I do that, I add your email ID and I send an invite. And that invite will come to the supplier's official email address, whichever he provides, which you got. This much is clear. This flow is okay.
Yes.
This flow is fine. On. Do you think supplier will deny giving you the details like email or address, these things? No, because these are generic information. He will not deny. Mhm. Now, if you click here, there is a link. If you click there,
Yes, sir. I have clicked the link here.
it's not open.
Okay. Yeah, I haven't shared entire my
Do it
screen.
here again. Reshare again.
I have clicked on this and it's opened this website.
Okay, very good. So now, just like you got an invite, it will say you have found existing account. It has not found existing account. You can just create a new account.
Concurrent.
Email is correct.
Yes, sir.
To proceed. When you proceed, it will say, it will send you a link, OTP. This OTP you need to enter. Continue.
Yeah, we'll get the email confirmation.
Click on this. See, scroll down. Username is there. Then ANID is generated.
ANID.
Business network ID is also generated. Administrator email is also there. All these details are there. Go to that page of Ariba. That page will also reflect. Yes, see, login. This is your Ariba page for the supplier. If you scroll down, you have supplier registration questionnaire external that is open. Do you see this? Open it.
This.
Open it. This is called supplier registration questionnaire. It has 9 days time. And these are the questions which the supplier should fill, right? Because it contains more detailed information like ISO certificate, bank information, tax information, who will get the PO. See, transaction information is also there. Email address for purchase order, email address for account receivable, like who will get the PO, who will get the AR details, all these things.
Yes.
This is registration. So the flow is like this. Buyer will create the supplier request. He will fill the basic detail like name, email, all these things. After that, we will send an invite to the supplier. Now, supplier will log in and he will do the registration, which he will create his own account and then he will give the bank details and PO, email, all these things.
And we'll submit
First,
the.
and will submit. When he will submit, his registration is complete and his ANID will also be generated. Okay, you got the flow.
Yes, sir. Understood.
That's how the flow will look.